Hello you beautiful people and welcome to today's video. So today I have a brand new sketchbook tour for you. And to be honest, the one after this one is already almost full, so prepare for another sketchbook tour. So, yeah, we have the Fontaine Paint On sketchbook. These are rather pricey at the moment, I think. And I have to say I really enjoy this paper because I really like the paint on paper itself. And I do have the paper pads in toned and white, and yeah, and I really like this paper. My wife used the sketchbook, the paint on sketchbook that has the tone paper, and she did not like it that much, but I personally really enjoyed this one, and if I can find it again for a reasonable price, I'll definitely be getting this one again. I put a lot of Rick and Morty sticker on top. I really love Mr. Meeseeks. Okay, so it has this funny, funky way of opening. This is the rubber band that holds it together with this funky little faux leather tab thing. So yeah, let's get into it. One thing I did not like that much about it is that it has this flexible cover and back, and sometimes when you don't draw on a steady surface, it's kind of hard to, yeah, it's just wobbly and doing that kind of motion, but that's okay. So I started this one on the 17th of February 2022 and finished it on the 20th of March 2022. So yeah, this was when a lot of storms were hitting Germany. Luckily nothing happened to us personally and to our house, and nothing else was damaged. Our roof was undamaged and stuff, but the nights were very loud, so we barely slept at all these days. And yeah, here I drew some of my characters, my witch Caudex, my witch Lily. Not the same. I have so many stories. I'm sorry if you don't know, if you're new here. Hello, hi, I have a problem. I have too many OCs, too many stories. But can you really have too many OCs? I don't know. And this is Terry. And here are some diary comics. And I bought myself some new earrings in form of tiny, cute little golden leaves. And here we went grocery shopping, and the storm was already around the corner. And yeah, here I drew my character Zentos, feeling sorry for himself in a forest. This is my wife's character Peely, in winter clothing. She hates to wear shoes, and yeah. And this is my character Leslie, the protagonist of my comic. And yeah, this was, I thought of this with Leslie getting ready for a trip, like maybe to the amusement park or something with the kids. And this is another little diary kind of entry, and with what I did the weekend. Yeah, not that much. And this is some ripped up gift paper that I had left over from wrapping some birthday gifts, and I stuck it in here. More characters of mine. And this is my witch Leonie. I have a lot of witches and vampires because they are the most fun thing for me. And this is my shapeshifter Luca, who can transform into lots of extinct animals, including a raptor kind of thing, a fluffy little raptor. And yeah, this was a Monday. and oh yeah, we had a little family visit, and yeah. Here is Xanthus again in his human form and also in his fox form. He is basically the god of death and chaos, but also like renewal and stuff like that. And yeah, this is my warlock Devendra, and he's rather old these days, but this is when he was young, and this is his son Vales, and he doesn't like him very much for reasons nobody understands really, except for Devendra. And he's the one of his kids that looks basically the most like him when he was young, and everyone's like, oh, he looks so much like you, and Devendra's like, yeah, I know. But it's getting better. This was Tuesday that week, and this was had birthday presents that I ripped the leftover gift paper for and stuck it in here. And this, I found an old copy of a sci-fi book in the public library, and I had to take it home with me because it's just top tier. Think of an 80s sci-fi B-movie, but in cover form. It had also little illustrations in it, so I just had to get it. It's called Neuromancer, I think, in English. I think it's called that in German too, but I'm not that sure. My character Bastian, my little immortal telepathic boy. And yeah, I drew some things with Polska pens, stuck some washi tape in here. This is just a random little girl, and this is Sigyn feeling the weight of the world on her shoulders, you know, like you do when you're Loki's wife. And I really want to draw the comic about her and her husband one day, but I first will finish other projects, so that's gonna be in the future. But it's good that it's in the future because I'm imagining a lot of very detailed background work for that comic, because it needs that just to convey a certain feeling, but I'm not there yet, so it's good I'm having some time to practice until I'm tackling that big project. So, my witch Sinister. Here's a little comic I drew that a lot of people kind of liked, I think. And more OCs of me and my wife. This is when I opened up requests on Instagram, and you can see the person who wished for the drawing. I wrote down their handles so you can look them up if you like. And yeah, this is some more requests and some stickers and some more OCs, like the little zombie apocalypse husbands, Hannes and Kurt. This is Hannes and this is Kurt, and this is the baby dog. They're getting a dog for their daughter to protect them, and there's a special breed of fantasy dog in this world that's getting very, very big, and this is him not being fully grown, but he's very, very cuddly and very cute. He's only terrifying if you want to hurt their daughter. So yeah. And oh yeah, this was when we had a little house showing to someone who in the end wasn't really that interested, so it turns out all that stress for nothing. But yeah, we're at the process of selling this house. I think I mention it because we can't really afford to renovate it, so we want to get back into renting a flat. And yeah, so this was meant to show my level of social mana in an empty mana bottle because there was nothing left of it. Here I drew the little girl from the monster comic earlier, and this is Daniel and this is his boyfriend Steffen, and he's a little werewolf and he's a magician boy. So there's that. Kurt and Hannes again, and I was just very tired that day. And here's Todd, and this was the follow-up for the monster comic. Here's another little comic I drew that a lot of people I think related to. A lot of people for me for my numbers. So yeah, Loki and Sigyn, some more Sigyn, and another character of mine, and yeah, and this is me being happy that I survived this week. And Mozariel. And I don't want to explain the whole backstory, basically. Oh yeah, here's some Nox, because I did not draw him in a long time. And this is a character from the comic I'm drawing currently. You can read it on Instagram, or Webtoon, or Tapas. You just have to follow the link tree and you'll find the comic free to read online. You can. It's just a fun project. Yeah, some more Zentos and just some more doodles ready to hustle on Monday like usual. And I think this, oh yeah, this is something I drew on camera in a sketchbook session. A lot of Bastian and Joshua, his vampire boyfriend, and more OCs. I drew this with a rainbow pencil. Oswin and Trish and Leslie. And here was when I revived my Noodler Creeper fountain pen, because I'm planning on outlining the comic in the future with it. If you're wondering, if you happen to read my webcomic, there's a lot of change in style. And that's because I use this comic basically to find out which process long term is the most comfortable for me to work, because I basically do this for fun. I'm not an artist for a living, so I don't have that much time that I would have if I was a full-time artist, which makes a lot of sense. So I have to figure out a way that's fast and comfortable, and yeah, so I'm using this comic to figure that out. So this is why in the beginning I started drawing it in color and digitally, but that turned out to be very time consuming and very not efficient. So I switched to basically black and white and ink as shading, but I don't like the look of it that much because the ink tend to be a bit unpredictable, so I end up with a different skin tone for certain characters that I did not intend. And I just yeah, I'm going to I've also switched from A4 size papers that I'm drawing it on to A5, so I can be even more fast because the pages are smaller. This is basically not an advice, because if you want to print your comics and stuff, you have to work on A4, so it's big enough. You have to work bigger than you would actually print the comic, so it has a good resolution. So yeah, this is why I'm switching to the fountain pen, because it has a smaller nib than the pen I would usually use. So I'm planning on doing this on A5 with the fountain pen, and then I'm going to put screen tones on digitally, which should be not that time consuming. So yeah, I'm sorry, I went on a little tangent here, but I just wanted to explain that if you happen to read the comic, you know why there are so many different styles, and I'm just basically experimenting. So we bought a lot of, we did not buy, we brought a lot of old, broken, technical, electronic things to the recycling place, and we took a little sunny walk. Oh yeah, and then I fell into a hole of creating a fan character for Good Omens, and this is her. This is Redis, which basically is Latin for off the net or net, and she's a spider demon. This is before I gave her the spider tattoo, and I love her a lot. She's the baby. I love her. And these are original characters of mine, also outlined with the creeper, Fontaine, Megan, and Phil, and here's Sigyn, not belonging to this whole cast, but it's just Sigyn. And here I drew Baby, Fenris, and Tur, and also Todd and Jane and Leslie. Oh, I should have. Yeah. So here we have Loki and Sigyn, Sif, and Sigyn, and this both is Loki. And Leslie and Finnegan and Trish. I really love Trish so much. I can't wait for her to appear in the comic. Here's Trish again, in an outfit that basically screams, I want to go to the amusement park. And yeah, here's Janie and Mouse that I drew with wrong stripes. I just, for the life of me, sometimes can't remember where we put his stripes, but I'm getting better at it. So yeah, here's more. This is me. I was just so tired. I was just so done. Here's Leslie again, a bit of Zariel from another story. Zariel and Lucifer. And yeah. Oh yeah, this is when I did this in a video as well. I swatched the Derwent drawing color pencils, and I also swatched the Derwent color soft that my wife got me. Yeah, and here I drew something with the drawing. They are so weird but so nice. I really like them. They don't behave like usual color pencils, so they are very nice to try something new. Here I drew something abstract with black Posca pen and also the Derwent drawing color soft 12 set. And my girl Teda, my assassin girl, and some shiny washi tape. And yeah, here I practice to draw Mouse. These are his actual markings. Oh yeah, Riches and Harold. Harold is basically, they're both fan characters for Good Omens. I just needed to do that because I had to figure out a way to wrap up the plot line with Michael that I opened in my fan comic, and I want to use these two to help with that. I said I was done with the comic, but like Good Omens does a thing to me where when I think I'm done with the fan comic, there's always a new idea evolving from the underworld and just grabbing me. But I wanna wait until I start with these because I have commissions and I have my own comic to work on, so this is not gonna happen anytime soon. But Harold is basically a priest, was a priest that has lost his faith and was made basically immortal by Regis. As long as she's living, he's living, so yeah. And he was so thankful that he was thinking that I'm now a neutral person, so I don't like any side more than the other, so I'm gonna turn all my crucifixes on the side so I can tell people I'm a neutral person. Like, I'm not for hell or heaven or either side. I'm just I love him. He's just so stupid. So yeah, Maosis and some stickers. Here I painted something with my gouache paints. And that's basically it. That's the sketchbook. It's not that big. But yeah, it was surely fun to use, and if I'm finding it again for a good price, then I'm gonna buy it again, I think, because I really like the paper. It just a thing that you couldn't use were alcohol markers, but I'm fine with that. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had as much fun as I had rambling about my characters and my comic and stuff. And yeah, I see you guys next time, and until I see you, please do something that makes you happy. Bye!